I'll do it live!
Fucking thing sucks!
Hey guys, Taylor here with the Basement Dwellers podcast. I'm here with River, and we're just our first show will just be kind of telling you what we're about and introducing everything. So what I do for the show is all of the audio stuff, all of the production, and all of the techie kind of stuff, editing and whatnot. So yeah, what I do for kicks and shit, music, play drums, play guitar, a little bit of bass, do a lot of music stuff. That's a big part of my life. Personal beliefs, I am a secular humanist or atheist. And so, I don't occasionally praise Allah. My political standpoint, I would say that I'm far left, if that makes sense. I identify as a social libertarian, and I would vote NDP if I was old enough to vote. So some goals for the show that I personally have are, and you can interject anytime. I would like it to be, attract some popularity. That's always a nice bonus. For people to maybe get something out of it would be sweet. If you just want to listen to it for entertainment and hear us dog fucking around, then hey, that's cool too. Like, we're pretty open to anything. Really just hope people like it, hope people listen to it. If you don't like it, I don't care, because you're probably not going to change my opinion or mind or anything. And yeah, that's that. So I'll hand it over to River now.
All right, yeah. My name is, obviously River. I am 16 years old and live in Canada, of course.
I'm 16 as well.
Yeah, he is also 16. I wanted to start the show because I really wanted a creative output. I'm a big movie, games, very into literature. I enjoy many things involving, just getting your opinion out there, and I've been looking for a long time to find a medium that would allow me to do that, and so this is obviously what we figured was the best choice. Like I said, big movie buff, and politically, fuck it, I am very, extremely far left, like as far left as you can go. Socially libertarian. I guess when it comes to some things like gun laws and other nonsense like that, I am more conservative, but that's neither here nor there. And so I just want this show to be a good, fun time. Shoot the shit with a few friends. Have some interesting debates, conversations on the show.
What are your personal beliefs there, River?
Oh, personally, I don't have the list in front of me. So
here,
that would have been better. But
figured I'd just help you out there.
Personally, I believe that I'm an atheist, extremely far left. Really, I just I believe that everybody should never take anything at face value. Always read into it as much as you can. Be skeptical. Be intelligent. Seek out argumentation for the sake of argumentation, and
Yeah. So talk about the podcast being non-scripted, as you can tell by our awful stuttering and yammering on trying to throw shit together. It's completely non-scripted. We have a very basic outline of shit that we wanted to go over. So, yeah, completely non-scripted, going off the top of our heads sort of thing.
We aren't we aren't trying to do anything, HBO quality. It's just, a couple of guys, we're just off the cuff, just talking, doing what we do. And our first few shows will admittedly be, garbage, because we've never done this before. But we're trying to get better at it and evolve, as people should.
No, it's already awesome.
Yeah, no, we're golden. Yeah, we are the best podcast in the world.
Yep. obviously.
Clearly.
So we want listeners or people who tune into the podcast to, shoot us a message if there's anything you want to hear us, if you want to hear us cover or talk about, then yeah, we definitely want your suggestions. So let either of us know. And
yeah, we have, we don't have at the moment, but by the time this goes out, we should have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all under the Basement Dwellers podcast name. I am in charge of social media, so hit us up there all you want and give us as many suggestions as you want, because it doesn't have to be like incredible, it doesn't have to be even left, right, good, bad, stupid, intelligent. Just send us whatever and then we'll pick and choose what we want. We obviously won't do everything, but if it's funny, if it's smart, if it's, just send us whatever you think would do well on the show.
We're down to talk about stupid shit too.
Yeah.
So that's always an option.
Anything you want.
People like stupid shit.
People do like stupid shit.
So yeah, that brings us right into our next topic. We'll be talking things that we kind of pre-established to be talking about would be like movies, music, books, different podcasts, politics, social issues, current events, people, random shit, etc. That sort of thing, which yeah, you guys can submit anything like that or just let us know if you want to hear it. But yeah, that'll kind of be the default for the show, the standard.
Yeah, we plan on having some segments like a movie review segment, a music review segment. Maybe we'll talk about video games, politics. We don't have a defined subject for this show.
No, we have a pretty wide array of what we want.
Really,
to be doing.
Anything can appear here. So
yeah, we're pretty open minded.
Yeah.
If you want to be a guest on the show, present us with the topic you'd like to discuss or debate, and we'll decide whether it's suiting and reasonable. And I mean, that's fair enough. We're not going to have that idiot kid just wanting to talk about nothing for a long time and then just tell him to shut up while he's here. That would just be pointless, and we don't want to do that. So we'll, give us something if you want to be on. Tell us in advance what you want to do, what kind of role you want in it, what you want to debate or discuss, and we would be so down to talk about it. I know one of our goals was to get Mr. frickin' conservative Catholic priest Father Raj on here, because that would be fun.
It would be.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we want to have people who can both agree with us and challenge us. So, however, don't come on here just to espouse some stupid like fascist beliefs or anything.
Yeah.
Come on here expecting debate if we disagree with you, or even between us if we disagree. But don't
also
come on here just to be a dick.
Yeah, and if you're, we're not super discriminative, but if you're a Scientologist or a Mormon, I honestly would.
Then I welcome you on the show even more than anyone else.
You sure about that?
I am definitely sure.
Alrighty.
Maybe not Mormon, but Scientologist for sure.
Alrighty, fair enough.
You know what,
fair
Mormon
enough.
too. We'll just play that cartoon.
Alrighty, yeah, no shit. Okay, so we're gonna shoot for, I think once a week is a fair starting point. If it takes off, then we'll probably end up doing more than that. But no matter what, you can pretty well count on it being once a week. Again, under the Basement Dwellers podcast title on tons of different social media platforms. We're not really going to bitch out on that stuff. Like it's going to be there, and different sites where you can stream it or download it. Like I know I was thinking about iTunes. Even though it's kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, it'll be good. So
yeah, just like us and share us. Do everything you can to spread the word of the show in its early days of infancy, and we should be it should be a good time. Should be a fun show.
Even if you don't like us, share us, because if you think we're incredibly stupid or just a couple of huge dickheads, that would be probably even better for you to share us.
Let's get the Howard Stern effect going on. Just all of you hate us, and then we'll be golden.
Yeah. So I guess now we can move on to a real topic. So a big, huge thing for us, movie and film-wise, was in late August, late August, early September.
I think so. End of the summer.
Yeah, end of summer. One I would go to say probably my favorite show released season 8, and we're talking about fucking Trailer Park Boys. And it's the greatest.
It is, honestly. This show, it's so dry, and so many people discredit it as like smut, but it is really just such a great, funny show. It's really underrated.
You will never ever watch another show like it. Like, I don't know how many mockumentaries you see on TV, but this is easily the best, and it's just so good. And they nailed season 8, full HD.
Yeah, that was one of the weirder things, was seeing Bubbles and the boys in HD. It took, honestly, it probably took me out of the first episode because I was still getting used to it. But now it's a big improvement, and the show deserves HD. So.
Yeah, and it's HD now because it started. I think it started. I don't know when it started, or probably 2000.
It was 2001. Yeah, 2001.
It started, super independent show. Did it all themselves. Some of the actors were filming and carrying shit around.
Almost entirely improvised as well.
Yeah. Most of it is
kick-ass because of how great it is. But
yeah, the acting is second to none. Go on Netflix as soon as this is over, or right now. Like, fuck our podcast.
Yeah,
just turn
Trailer
it off.
Park Boys is better than us.
Just turn it off right now. Go on Netflix. Watch Trailer Park Boys season 8, and then all of them in a row in one sitting.
Also, check out SwearNet. It's kick-ass.
SwearNet is obviously good as well. Same people. So season 8 was really nice because usually, the premise for the season is all about Ricky growing dope and just how that always never goes through in the end. But because Leahy usually just fucks him and it doesn't go well. But they almost did it this time, and that really got me. And fucking George Green, world's dumbest cop, just brought it all to a tragic end. But no, it was great. My favorite episode was probably, I don't even know. I gotta say the last one was damn good because Leahy what was the really good shit analogy? Was it the shit pipes and the shit fisher, or what was it?
Fuck. See, I haven't watched it in like a couple months.
It was when he was losing his mind on Julian in the very end. He's like talking about all the shit fish and he's playing his shit pipes.
Yeah. Fuck. No, of course I can't.
Anyways, Leahy's shit analogies are awesome. Watch a compilation of those on YouTube because honestly, there's tons.
They're the best. Also, watch any video labeled Rickyisms.
Yep.
Great shit.
Ricky's fucking stupid. And yeah. So, I don't know. Personally, my favorite season was always like a season 4 and 5 guy, like right in the meat potatoes of the series. But I gotta say, season 8 is probably my favorite.
Season 8, honestly, you can definitely tell the low budget charm and such of the other seasons. But season 8, you can definitely tell with that extra funding, they really had everything they needed to put on a really fucking good television program.
Yeah,
it's excellent.
Since honestly, I'll bet they didn't think it at the time, but leaving Showcase just took them off because Netflix picked them up as soon as they did. Yeah. And now they're huge. Like, everyone knows who Trailer Park Boys
it was
is.
This weird little Canadian niche show.
2 years ago, that was not the case.
Like, I was watching Trailer Park Boys, when I was little. Well, not really little, but when I was very young. And at first, I didn't really get it, but it was on. And I remember stealing, I think it was Countdown to Liquor Day out of my, mom's sock drawer and watching the fuck out of that when I was younger. And I don't know. It's just, you can tell with the money that the show has just, they can write things, they can take the time to shoot them properly. The sets, by the way, almost every single year the trailer park changes. And so
it's in a different place every year.
Yeah, and I think starting after season 5, they're building their own trailer parks. Yep. But you can definitely tell that they have a more permanent shooting place because everything is very, it looks like an actual trailer park,
And it's all
as
in
opposed
Canada
to,
too. Like it's
Yeah.
right outside of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
which is
Sunnyvale-
awesome because
which is awesome.
Canadians don't have nearly enough good television shows.
I agree completely. Yeah, I don't know. Season 8 takes the cake for me. Like it's so damn good, and everyone's in it except for Trevor because he left on bad terms. But
I honestly, everything I've read about Trevor, I understand why he left.
yeah, yep.
But he's also kind of an idiot, I think. So
Well, I think it was bad timing because he left like probably a year before the show.
Oh, no, I remember,
hugely
like,
took off.
4 or 5 months before was the first time I started reading about it, and he was just, I don't know, but he should have came back.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
And
because
I like
Corey left too.
Yeah,
Corey Bowles
like
left. I think.
Corey came back,
But
and,
he did come back.
and it's what's his name, Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Jacob a lot in season 7. Actually, season 7 I also love.
Really? You know what? Season 7 I was indifferent about. It was awesome, and fucking Sebastian Bach was in it. So that was sweet.
And the ending.
And the
is when they're in
ending.
the fucking little
Little rat,
duck
the dinghy.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fucking Americans and Canadians on the one side, on each side of the river. That was fucking awesome.
I agree. But I don't know. Like there's some great shit that came out of that, but I didn't like where it generally went, especially the latter half of that season. Like the ending was great, but just like kind of the direction they were going with it.
It sort of dragged on for a
Very,
while.
very.
However, I like the way it ended, which is an important thing for me, especially with the show, that I've watched 7 seasons of, and I care about the characters. But the problem with season 7 also is now that they've moved on to season 8, and by season 7 they had they're financially straight, they had everything settled away. They don't really bring any of that up anymore. So.
Yeah.
That's kind of strange, but
Yeah, I was saying, I wouldn't say worried, but I was skeptical, very skeptical of where season 8 would go now that they weren't with Showcase and that they were with, someone like Netflix with the potential there. I was really worried because, like I said, with season 7, I felt like they bit off a lot more than, or not a lot more, but a considerable amount more than they could chew. But season 8 was like the best it could have been. I went home the Friday it came out, 3:30 in the afternoon, and I watched it till fucking 9. Like just straight sat there in the dark by myself, and it was unreal. Like it's such a good season, and the episodes are longer now, and it's great.
Also, I think there's 3 movies now.
No, 4.
4?
Because there's the movie, the first one, then there's Countdown to Liquor Day, and then there's
the new one, Don't Legalize It.
Don't Legalize It, and isn't there one in between?
I think there is, but I can't remember.
Oh, and then there's the Christmas special.
yeah,
and
there's
like
also when they go to Ireland and all that
live,
crap.
all their live stuff, live
Yeah.
in fucking Dublin, and then
Live from the North Pole.
That one's good. Fucking Liquor Grinch.
Fucking Liquor Grinch. Fuck you, Mr. Leahy. But anyways, I honestly think Don't Legalize It is also the best of all the Trailer Park Boys movies, easily.
See, I really liked it because they win.
Yeah.
Like they never, ever win.
Yeah, it was
in the
refreshing.
history.
I liked it.
And they actually won. It was great because Randy and Leahy got fucked and then they were in jail. It was great. I was left so satisfied. But honestly, I don't think that's my favorite one. I gotta say Countdown to Liquor Day is my favorite.
You see, my biggest problem with Don't Legalize It. Now I'm fucking stuttering, but Don't Legalize It. My biggest problem is that the opening act is at the funeral at the dump for Ray is so good. It's so strong.
Yep, I agree.
It honestly makes the rest of it. The rest of it is awesome.
It's just hard to compare.
It is so hard. It's like if in the second Lord of the Rings movie, if they started the Battle of Helm's Deep at in the opening act, and the rest of the movie would have just been like, okay, cool. They start the movie at Ray's funeral, and just that scene alone is so good, and it's such a good refresher.
Fucking way she goes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome, and like fucking Randy's hair just real long.
Oh,
As soon as I saw it, I was just like, "What the hell is going on?" But I loved it. The one thing though, it was weird with the cocaine. I think like
hey, pause and give me some of that white
a
liquor.
little bit of white liquor. No, it was funny, but it was weird because Leahy's not the big drug addict. He's like the alcoholic. But
Yeah, although I don't know. I think
I did like
I think it helps show off how with his old age, just how much more senile Leahy is.
Absolutely. And like even just his acting abilities. Like I remember watching an interview of Mike Smith, who is the guy who plays Bubbles, and he was just talking about, what the hell's his name? James Dunsworth is the best fucking, drunk actor you will ever come across. And he is. I've never seen someone better at what he does than him.
Even in terms of, like, obviously it's like iced tea and shit when he drinks on the show, but he can chug back like a 2.6 of iced tea like it's nothing, and that's impressive. I couldn't do that with water.
No,
that's impressive.
Yeah, man, they're so good at what they do. Like every single one of them. My favorite actor. It's hard and it's a long shot, but I'll go to say J-Rock. Because J-Rock is just the
J-Rock makes
greatest.
see what's great about J-Rock is he makes the guy who plays him, I can't think of his name.
Jonathan Torrance.
Jonathan Torrance.
Yeah.
He makes a character that in any other show would piss me right the fuck off.
Yeah, it was like We Are the Millers. Have you seen We Are the Millers?
Yeah.
They have that one guy who's like a total ripoff of J-Rock. When I watched it, I was actually pissed off. All the whole like, no, I'm saying shit. It's like that.
No regrets.
Yeah, it's like, no, that is J-Rock. Don't you dare.
But yeah, they're able to make a character that normally people would just hate.
And they make him awesome. And they make him the good guy somehow.
He's funny and stuff, but you can tell he's not only is he like, he's funny, but he's also a retard, but he's also one of the more likable, caring individuals in the show. Because, I mean, obviously they're great people.
Yeah.
But I definitely get the vibe that J-Rock is one of those guys who would, if he, grew up in a non-shitty circumstance, have been a really cool, down-to-earth guy instead of being, like, fucked in the head. But
fucking rapper douche. No, and, like, I agree. And, like, when you say that, I was watching a huge interview. I think it was the three of them out of character, being Bubbles, Ricky, and Julian, out of character on George Stroumboulopoulos.
Yeah.
And I
saw that too, actually.
Yeah, Mike Smith was talking about, like, what really keeps people into the show, because George loved the show.
Yeah.
Mike was talking about how really when you boil down to it, it's just a story about friends who are in shitty circumstances, who always have each other's backs. And it's really like, you take all the drugs and the booze and the bullshit and the
chain smoking
and homelessness away and 9-year-old smoking. But like, that's really what it is. And that's why it's so, welcoming.
Yeah.
In a way.
Honestly, it's a big thing. A big theme I enjoy in comedies is friendship and a real legitimate, I don't give a shit what the fuck happens. I've got your back. You've got mine. Whatever the fuck the world throws at us, we'll do it fucking like bros should. And I like that. Like, it's the basic premise between any Seth Rogen comedy is always very similar. Like Pineapple Express. I adore that comedy.
I love that movie. That is one of my favorite movies.
Exactly. What I like about that movie is that no matter what, like, and they don't start off as friends, but once they do, they have each other's back. And it's really, I like when you can take the funnier elements about like loyalty and friendship, because it's heartwarming and enjoyable and just excellent all around.
I agree. Yeah, and you know what? Like, there's so many comedies especially that do that. Like, they pile on all the other shit for the, not cheap jokes, but just easier jokes to make. But once you strip that away, that's, like, I'm not going to say even most of the time, but a lot of the time, that's what it really boils down to. And that's why Trailer Park Boys is probably one of my favorite shows. Go watch it right now. It is one of the most creative shows. I will say it is the most creative show I've ever stuck with and watched. There's nothing else like it.
And to do what they do with the amount of money that they did for 7 years is incredible.
Absolutely.
Like, honestly, I could not recommend a show higher, especially for what it like. If you want to laugh, if you want something heartwarming, you want something light, I recommend Trailer Park Boys.
It's one of those shows that just like makes you feel better after watching it. Like I know
it really does.
I've gone and like, you know, after a super shitty day, I'll be like, okay, you know, what the hell do I even want to do? And I'll just go watch Trailer Park Boys for like an hour, and it's just everything is so much better. It does that. It has that exact effect on so many people.
And do you know what else I enjoy about Trailer Park Boys is that the characters all grown up and have been in such shitty situations. They don't talk about it though.
No.
They don't sit around and fucking, you know, first world problems themselves. They you know what they do is illegal usually and fucked up, but they do what they have to do and they don't really complain about it. They just, you know, that's their lives, you know, and they deal with it. And it's a great show for that reason too.
Yeah, it's brotherhood. It's brotherhood and one of the best comedies ever to surface, especially like it's a huge plus that it's a Canadian show and strictly Canadian too.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's some American actors on there, but it started in Canada. It is filmed in Canada, mostly Canadian actors, if not all. All the music in the show is Canadian. Like I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but if there's ever
fucking Rush.
Yeah, like Rush and Helix, even though I'm not a huge Helix fan. If there's ever music alluded to or referenced in the show, it's always Canadian. Like even if they're just like a tune, it's always a Canadian sound by like Neil
honestly,
Young.
A show like Trailer Park Boys could not have arisen in the States.
No.
It just couldn't have.
No.
Because
it's such a liberal show.
It is.
Like, it's so unconventional, it would get shot down and probably banned.
It is, honestly. It is the most, like, it essentially takes what are, like, our, like, Canadian Texans, but they aren't super conservative Nazis either, though.
No.
And, yeah, they're really stupid people, but they're still down-to-earth, warm-hearted, you know, fucking shirt off their back, salt-of-the-earth kind of people. It's great.
Yeah, it's hilarious, the dynamics that come with the show. Like, at one point, they'll be, like, holding guns to each other, and then the other, they'll be, like, you know, selling drugs with each other and just shit like that. That goes to show how, you know, stupid the show can get and how awesome that stupidity really is.
And I like that it humanizes criminals.
Yeah, it really does.
Because I hate how even like pot dealers are so demonized. And
I've never really thought of it that way, but yeah.
Honestly, you and I have
does.
both known a lot of pot dealers.
Yes, I definitely have.
Yeah, usually not the brightest people, but you know what? They aren't fucking evil either.
Yeah.
They sell fucking weed. Who gives a shit?
And you know, it won't be that long before it's legal anyways. I give it, how long do you give it until
5 years.
Yeah,
5 years.
that's the number. I was going to say 4 or 5 years.
Hopefully more, so that I could become like the Martin Luther King of weed, and then fucking just open up my own dispensaries, and they'll all the stoners will flock to me.
River and I are going to become the best drug dealers that have ever lived.
I'm feeling Costco of weed.
Yeah. Honestly, I think as soon as Harper is out of government, which thank whoever you praise comes soon, because like it needs to. And all you conservatives, it's cool that you're conservative. I mean, I don't actually think it's cool. Yeah, I don't think it's cool. It's just something I came up with the top of my head. It's not cool. But, like, Harper's an idiot. He's an economist. I don't like him. I'm wanting to talk about Trailer Park Boys again because I don't want to get into politics.
Yeah, I'm not in the mood to get angry.
But, yeah, man. Honestly, if you're not doing anything right now or, like, sometime when you're bored and feeling something new, Trailer Park Boys will bring that dynamic. Start with season 1. Just incrementally work your way up. It is the best show on... It's one of two of my favorite shows on Netflix. Neil deGrasse Tyson's Cosmos is its rival right now. But we'll surely
honestly,
talk about that later.
That's really like comparing apples to oranges.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah.
It's completely different. But yeah, we'll get into Cosmos and all that shit in another segment. But watch Trailer Park Boys right now. We're out. we'll talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, see ya. Share us, tell your friends about us, do whatever you want. It's been nice talking to you. Goodbye.